Yo, what's going on, Israel? This is your boy. What's up, Yasharallah? This your boy, Yah's chosen one, man, and you are too, because you are choosing to listen to the word. We're in the great book of Genesis. We're on chapter 37. Um, I hope you're enjoying that the Real X-Men series as well. And we're getting back in the book of Genesis and chapter 37. Book of Genesis. As I read it again, man, it just added a whole new dimension to the way I look at things, man. It should add a whole new dimension to the way you look at things too. All right, verse 1. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. He was in Shechem. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. The lad was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. So here we got these dudes with all this mighty power. This is not good. You know, we got Judah and all this clan. And, and this dude, this little young buck Joseph, talking all this smack, you know? And, I don't know how they gonna take that. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. So, here we have the word hate in here, and hate is in the Bible, so, it's emotions. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf. And his brethren said unto him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us? You're like, don't you know who we are, man? We are men of renown, man. Don't you know who we are, man? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? You gonna have rulership over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. So the sun and the moon sun, the moon, and 11 stars. So that's Jacob and I'm thinking Rachel, and the 11 stars are his brother. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. His father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee, to the earth? Yeah, so that was so that was Jacob and Rachel, and they would bow down to Joseph. Joseph dreaming these dreams, and his brother envied him, but his father observed the same. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. That's where they were after they finished destroying Shechem and all those other cities that was around it. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here am I. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent them out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And remember, the reason why he's saying this, because they had did all that dirt. It wasn't dirt, but they killed all these people in these cities, and he's dwelling in the place of really their enemies, even though they made a peace a covenant with these people. But Israel just wanted to make sure that everybody was okay, his sons were okay. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren, and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. To slay him. Goodness, man, you have that much hatred towards your brother that you want to slay him? You know, you know, I'm sure there's family members, you have siblings that you don't talk to, man, but I never had the intentions of like killing them. These brothers wanted to kill Joseph. And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh. So they're mocking him. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beasts have devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams. And Reuben heard it. Because Reuben's the oldest, remember? And he delivered him out of their hands and said, let us not kill him. Because Reuben's the oldest, so, he's going to have seniority. And they're going to listen to the elder Reuben, because Reuben is the firstborn of Jacob and Leah. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hands upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, when Joseph was coming to his brethren, that they stripped Joseph of his coat of many colors that was on him, and they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it, so it probably had all kinds of, you got a pit, and who knows what's in that pit, you got snakes in pits, you got scorpions, you got all kinds of things in there, man. They cast this dude into it. You read in the book of Jasher, it gives them more in-depth detail on what was inside this pit. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead. Ishmaelites are the inhabitants, or are the people of Hagar and Abraham. So really, they are kind of like their brothers, but in the same way, they departed off. Came from Gilead with their camels, bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Well, what profit is it, man? His blood's going to be on our hands. It's our brethren. What profit is that? Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. Then there passed by Medianites merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt. Kind of same way Judas sold out Christ, man. All right. And Reuben returned into the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and I, whither shall I go? And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats, and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, this have we found. Now know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and said, it is my son's coat, and evil beasts have devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned his son for many days. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him. But he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. And the Medianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and a captain of the guard. All right. So we see here that he is sold unto the Egyptians, coming from the Ishmaelites, these Ishmaelites was passing by, and Judah, instead of killing the kid, they sold him to these Ishmaelites, and and that's what happened, man. That's going to cause for a whole new story too. And yeah, these Medianite merchant men, yeah. Yep. Yep. These Medianite men sold Joseph to those Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites sold them to the Egyptians, man. So, oh man, so we got a mess on our hands, man. First, the brothers were valiant in their victories against the peoples of Shechem and the surrounding cities, and now they go and sell their youngest brother to the Israelites, who then in turn sell them to the Egyptians. All right, this is your boy. Y'all's chosen one, man, and so are you. Continue to get the word daily. Keep your head in the book, man. Keep your sword sharpened, man, because the enemy is always about, and it's deceitful. Shalom.